Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Aaron and
Sarah, me again. Hello.
From Theme Parkers Podcast. This week we wanted to do a quick little video about... let me just shoot straight real fast. We just did this video and it took us 36 minutes. And nobody wants to watch 36-minute long videos, especially about DVDs. So we're going to cut this down really fast. And the theme is Universal-centric DVDs. Movies that remind us of Universal Studios, Orlando, Hollywood, and just the Universal theme parks in general. Sarah's gonna go first.
Alright, Forrest Gump. This is at City Walk, and it's Forrest Gump's Bubba Gump's Shrimp Company. So you can go get some shrimp made by Bubba, Forrest's best friend, Forrest Gump. Yeah.
No, go.
Oh, me keep going? Oh, I'm gonna do all of them. Okay. Trick or treat. Yeah, they had this at Halloween Horror Nights one year. We don't know what year it was, but the part with the bus, with the kids, with the masks, was at Halloween Horror Nights.
Not Sam.
Maybe 2007. Who knows? Sam's super cute. Love him. Love this movie.
If you know, write it in the comments below.
The Thing, the original and the remake. There was the Thing houses at Halloween Horror Nights. One of them was before I even went. Aaron went to it and he didn't really like it that much, but the other one was at the very first year I went and it was pretty good. It was a pretty good house. Mm-hmm. And that was the last year they had mostly original houses, which are way better. Evil Dead, the original, number 2, and the remake. This was a house at Halloween Horror Nights, and that was a really good year. This movie is really good. It's awesome.
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. Anyway, love this movie. Men in Black 3, the worst one of the bunch. Yeah, we know. There's a ride at Universal Studios Orlando, and it's a shooter ride. So you go through and you shoot a bunch of aliens. It's a really good attraction. It's way better than like any other shooter ride you can find in Orlando, because everything's like live animatronics. And don't get on it if you're really if you get dizzy, because it spins a lot. The Mummy. There is a roller coaster / dark ride that replaced Confrontation in Orlando, and then also there is one in Hollywood. They're both really awesome attractions. It's one of the best roller coasters in Orlando, I think. Yeah, really good. SpongeBob SquarePants. Who doesn't love SpongeBob? He's super cute. He has a store at Universal Orlando, and everything's super bright and colorful in there, and you can meet SpongeBob and Patrick.
And the show's awesome, too.
The show is awesome. First 100 episodes. I don't even know how many episodes there are of SpongeBob.
More than 100 now.
Obviously, because we got that a long time ago. Nightmare on Elm Street. Classic. They had this at Halloween Horror Nights probably like 10 years ago, right? Just about. Nightmare on Elm Street house. Mm-hmm. And then they've had some Freddy vs. Jason houses at Halloween Horror Nights lately. It was at Hollywood this last year, and then it was at Universal Studios Florida 2 years ago. And they're really good. Who doesn't like Freddy? He's creepy. He scares little children in their sleep. Jurassic Park, the trilogy, 3D, and then Jurassic World. Jurassic Park is represented really well at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure, and there's also a water ride that's really good. You don't get like crazy wet on it. If you sit in the front, you're gonna get really wet, but Jurassic Park is one of those movies that is always good. Like, it's a classic for sure. And who doesn't love dinosaurs? I do. You love dinosaurs?
Totally.
Great Outdoors. You can see this on the Studio Backlot Tour in Hollywood. You can see where they actually filmed The Great Outdoors. And this is a classic, too. Great movie. John Candy. Insidious. And John Candy. Oh my gosh, okay. Insidious 1, 2, and 3. This was at Halloween Horror Nights 2 years ago, and it was probably the best house that year. All 3 houses were represented. I can't even talk. I'm trying to talk too fast. All 3 houses were represented, and the red-faced demon was super creepy. Scary house, scary movies. I still cover my eyes sometimes during these.
I think it's one of the best horror franchises in the last,
it really is.
15, 20 years. I think it's even better than Saw franchises.
Saw's not very good.
Saw's good, not as good as it.
Yeah, definitely not. All the Harry Potter movies. There's not a whole lot to say. Harry Potter is awesome, but they just opened Harry Potter in every single Universal theme park. There's Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade in Florida, and you can actually go to both of them on Hogwarts Express from park to park. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, these lands are like super well themed.
Well represented at Universal.
They're amazing. And you can get butterbeer, pumpkin juice, pasties. Those are good. American Graffiti. There is Mel's Drive-In at both of the theme parks in Hollywood and Orlando. It is Mel's Die-In at Halloween Horror Nights. And Aaron told me earlier you can buy some American Graffiti merchandise there, which I didn't know.
At the Film Vault at Universal Orlando.
Oh, yeah. I guess you can. Shrek. In Hollywood and Orlando, there is Shrek 4D, which is a 4D attraction, obviously. I've never been on it because I've heard that it wasn't that good. And you can actually, if you buy Shrek, the first one, you can see the attraction. Because it's on there.
It's a special feature.
Special feature. Shrek. American Werewolf in London. This was at Halloween Horror Nights for 2 years. Because it was so awesome, they did it twice. That was cheesy. It was really good. I mean, and this is a great movie. It's like the effects in this movie are awesome for the time that it came out. Transformers, these movies are okay. I don't like the ride at all. There's a ride at Universal Studios Florida in Hollywood. If you like Transformers, you're gonna love it. And then, last but not least in my pile, E.T. This guy is just the freaking cutest. I mean, who doesn't love E.T.? And the attraction is still in Orlando. It still has, it's so good because it's all animatronics. And you get to ride on E.T.'s bike. And you hear the music. And you just want to cry. I love E.T.
This is all you. You're getting emotional.
I know. Oh, and at the end, he says your name.
He does.
So you get a little card, and he's like, Sarah, Aaron.
Yes.
All right, that's the last of my pile.
Okay. We'll start with mine. Earthquake. One of the old attractions at Universal Orlando. And Charlton Heston, badass. He's awesome. So, Universal, love it. Blues Brothers, well represented at Universal Orlando with Jake and Elwood. They have a little singing show. Jaws 1 and 3. 3 because it's the best of the sequels in the series. And Jaws because I totally missed that attraction in Orlando. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I do like Diagon Alley. But I miss Amityville. The Exorcist. Well represented on both coasts this year at Halloween Horror Nights. Both houses were awesome, and yeah, Exorcist.
Hollywood is better.
Yeah, Hollywood was good. Okay, Simpsons, Treehouse of Horrors. Simpsons because it's at both parks now with Springfield, USA. We got the attraction at both parks. And I pulled the Treehouse of Horror. I didn't bring down all my seasons, but Treehouse of Horror because it needs to come to HHN.
Agreed.
Someday. Universal, bring it. Okay, Friday the 13th collection. you can't have this without. You can't bring Jason to the mix without talking about HHN. He's a staple now at HHN. He needs to come. He's awesome. Cabin in the Woods. This house came 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
And it was insane. So HHN, Cabin in the Woods. One of the best. Richard Simmons, Super Sweatin', Party Off the Pounds, 80s edition.
How did that get there?
I don't know. I do know. I just love Richard Simmons and him singing 80s music. What's not better than that? Halloween 1, 2, and 3. All 3 of these have been represented at HHN. Halloween had its own house. Halloween 2 had its own house this past year. And Halloween 3 with the trick-or-treaters, they always pop up in the houses. Trick-or-treat!
Scare me all the time.
And scare us. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was at Universal Studios Orlando this year. Now, this is the original, okay? This was at Orlando this year at HHN. Awesome house. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and 1 was a mashup this year at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it was awesome. With Chop Top in there, it was great. Okay. Universal, Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride Frankenstein, and Creature from the Black Lagoon. These are just staples for Universal Studios. So whenever you watch these, you just think of the parks. And you get to meet them in Hollywood too. Those some of those monsters.
Yeah, they're walk around characters, which is super cool.
Back to the Future trilogy. On this 30th anniversary and on the 25th anniversary box set, you can actually watch the full Back to the Future The Ride video on here and the pre-show. So go pick this up on Amazon. It's totally worth it.
I want to do that later.
Watch it?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. The Lorax, Seuss Landing, Islands of Adventure. You get to meet them. Despicable Me 1 and 2. Welcome to the Universal family. I love these movies. They're so funny. And you get to ride the ride in both parks. And you get to go to Super Silly Funland now in Hollywood. And it's just super cute and funny and bright.
Minions.
Yeah, Minions. Love Minions. Minions?
Minions.
Minions or
Minions.
Minions? Minions. Okay. The Fly.
Horror makeup show.
Horror makeup show. I'm looking
blank.
Horror makeup show. And Jeff Goldblum. Love him. Probably one of my favorite movie franchises of all time, Ghostbusters. This was originally represented at Universal Studios Orlando when the park first opened. They had their own attraction, Firehouse. Then it turned into Twister. And, Bill Paxton here with Helen Hunt. They didn't get along. Loved the movie. But then now we're getting Jimmy Fallon. Which, I don't want to say ew. But it could be good. We don't know. Alright, already talked about Simpsons. It's just a good movie. Psycho. This has been represented at Halloween Horror Nights. And it used to be an attraction in the early days of Universal Studios Orlando. From Dusk Till Dawn has been represented at Halloween Horror Nights. Both in 2005 for the Storytellers year. It was called Demon Cantina. And just 2 or 3 years ago. 2015 maybe. From the series off El Rey Network. It wasn't very good. Krampus. Well represented at Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood and Universal.
Amazing movie.
Amazing movie. Nothing else to say. Buy it, live it, love it, learn it. Terminator 1, 2, and 3. Well, this is really Terminator 3. Terminator 3 sucks. So I consider Terminator Genesis 3. Love the attraction in Universal Orlando. 2 is definitely my favorite. So yeah, Terminator. Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies 4.
How did that?
I know how it got there. I put it there. Love Richard Simmons. Okay. The best of Boris and Natasha. The best of Rocky and Bullwinkle, Volume 1, 2, and 3. And the best of Dudley Do-Right. These Jay Ward cartoons are so heavily represented in the Universal Studios parks. And you just have to watch the cartoons to give the respect that Toon Lagoon deserves whenever you go to Islands of Adventure. And if you get the best of Rocky and Bullwinkle Volume 3, our very good friend and awesome designer, computer designer, right?
Graphic design, yeah.
Graphic designer, Kelsey, designed the DVD cover for Volume 3, so cheers. Okay. The Wizard, starring Fred Savage. You actually, I remember seeing this in theaters when it came out when I was a little kid. You actually get to go through Universal Studios Hollywood through the old King Kong attraction and through the park. They run through the park and you get to go through the old Kong attraction. You get to see Frankenstein. Awesome movie. And he wears a power glove on the cover, so
Cool.
duh, you have to get it. Okay, save this one for last. Universal Studios Horror Nights: The Art of the Scare. This is from 2003, 2004. It's about Halloween Horror Nights, Orlando.
And it was the last time it was at Islands of Adventure.
It was the last time it was at Islands of Adventure, and the caretaker was the icon. And this basically shows you the early inception of Halloween Horror Nights, or at least at this point. You go through all the houses that year and how they made it, concepts, design, all that stuff. Totally worth it. You have to Google this. Universal Orlando Horror Nights, Art of the Scare, and I don't know how much it costs, but get it. It's awesome. Do you have anything else?
No, you can, below we will write where you can follow us.
Yeah, well, Instagram, me, Aaron, Theme Parker Aaron.
And Theme Parker Sarah.
You can catch us on Facebook at Theme Parkers Podcast. We do podcasts too that you can download, listen to on iTunes. It's called
Theme Parkers Podcast.
And you can email us at
themeparkerspodcast@gmail.com.
And if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button wherever it is. And comment. So, cool.
See you later.
See you later.